It was a sweltering July in 1954. Tokyo's Haneda International Airport was buzzing with its usual crowd. When a flight from Europe landed, a tall, well-dressed man stepped out, appearing to officials like any other ordinary businessman. With a briefcase in hand and a serious expression, he walked toward the immigration counter, carrying a secret that would soon shock the world. When the immigration officer took his passport to inspect it, nothing seemed out of place at first. It was a very official-looking document filled with authentic stamps and seals. However, as the officer looked at the name of the country on the passport, he froze in confusion. Taured. This was a country the officer had never heard of in his entire life. How could a country that didn't exist on any world map or UN list be listed on an official document? The officer immediately informed his superiors. They moved the man to a specialized interrogation room. The man spoke with confidence, stating that he was a regular traveler who frequently visited various countries for business, pointing to the seals in his passport as proof. Although he spoke primarily in French, he was proficient in several other languages, including Japanese. He began to grow frustrated and confused, unable to understand why he was being detained, as the atmosphere grew increasingly mysterious. During the interrogation, the officials pushed a world map toward him. They asked him to point out exactly where his country was located. Without any hesitation, he pointed to a region on the map situated between France and Spain. That was the exact spot where the small country of Andorra is located. But when the man saw the name Andorra written there on the map, he was visibly shaken. Fear and disbelief washed over his face. He claimed he had never heard of a country called Andorra. He insisted that his homeland, Taured, had existed in that very spot for over 1,000 years. He believed his nation had a millennium of history and that Andorra was nothing but a myth. Two different realities were clashing right there in front of a map. To the officers, he seemed like a madman, yet the documents in his possession directly contradicted that theory. The driver's license, bank statements, and business papers he carried were all issued by the government of Taured. Every single document bore the official seals and emblems of the nation. They were so precise and detailed that they didn't look like forgeries at all. The Japanese police, desperate to know if he was a spy or a criminal, decided to verify his bank details and the hotel where he claimed to have a reservation. The man claimed he had booked a room at a prominent Tokyo hotel and had an upcoming business meeting with a specific company. However, when the police contacted that company, they were told they had no record of him and no such meeting had ever been scheduled. Similarly, the bank branch he mentioned could not be found anywhere in Tokyo. It felt as if the man was caught in a massive trap. While he believed every word he said was the truth, to the rest of the world, it was all nonsense. Inside his briefcase, he carried currency from several different European countries. They were all genuine banknotes. The old visa stamps in his passport testified that he had been traveling between countries for years. Lab tests later proved those seals were not fakes. Even more baffling, his passport showed that Japanese immigration themselves had granted him a visa previously. Yet in the official records of the Japanese government, there was no record of such a visa ever being issued. Such a perfect discrepancy between a man and his records had never happened before. After hours of continuous interrogation, the man became completely exhausted. The realization that no one believed him left him mentally drained. As night fell, the police decided to move him to a hotel temporarily. The plan was to interrogate him again the following morning after further investigation. No one at that moment realized that this decision would lead to one of the most astonishing disappearances in history. He was taken to a high-security hotel under strict police surveillance. He was placed in a room on the 15th floor. 2 armed officers stood guard outside the door. The room had only one entrance and no balcony or accessible windows. The police took every precaution to ensure there was no possible way for him to escape. After he was served dinner, the door was locked from the outside. The next morning, as the sun rose, the officers unlocked and opened the door, but there was no one inside the room. Incredibly, the man seemed to have vanished into thin air. Since the door had been locked from the outside and guards had remained at their post, there was no way he could have left through the exit. Inside the room, the bed sheets and other items hadn't even been disturbed. How a man could vanish from a windowless room on the 15th floor remains a mystery to this day. The police immediately conducted a massive search of the hotel, but he was nowhere to be found. Even more shocking, the passport and other documents seized at the airport, which were kept in a high-security locker at the immigration office, had also disappeared. Not only was the man gone, but every piece of evidence proving he had ever existed, including the documents of his country, vanished at the exact same time. When the scientific community and mystery enthusiasts heard about this, they put forward several theories. The most prominent among them is the parallel universe theory. They argue that another world exists alongside our own, where a country named Taured stands in place of Andorra. It is suggested that at a specific moment, a portal opened between these 2 universes, accidentally bringing the man into our world. In his own world, everything was perfectly normal for him. He was a businessman, he had a family, and he had a country. But when the boundaries between dimensions blurred, he may have stepped into the wrong reality. The mystery behind his disappearance might simply be that he returned to the place he originally came from. Time travel possibilities were also discussed. Perhaps Taured is a nation from the future or a different branch of history. However, there are opposing views as well. Some believe this is merely an urban legend and that such a man never truly existed. Yet newspaper reports from the 1950s and testimonies from officials of that time point toward the event actually taking place. The contradiction of a man fighting to prove his existence only to vanish without leaving a single trace remains one of history's greatest paradoxes. The story of the man from Taured is not just a tale, it is a gateway into the mysteries of the universe that lie beyond our logic and knowledge. Phenomena that science still cannot explain are hidden within our world. Perhaps a parallel reality does exist alongside our own, filled with countries we haven't seen, languages we haven't heard, and people living lives just like ours. The world prefers to believe that this stranger, who arrived through an accidentally opened cosmic door, returned just as mysteriously as he came. There is no better example of the fact that truth is often stranger than fiction. What are your thoughts on this mystery? Do you think he was a traveler from a parallel universe, or did he somehow arrive here through time travel? Please share your opinions in the comments below. Also, let us know which topic or mystery you would like us to cover in our next video. To continue exploring such shocking truths and the hidden mysteries of history, subscribe to Neutrix Vision right now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. We will return soon with another strange mystery of the world. Thank you.